The State of the Nation address, or SONA, is delivered by the President of the Philippines every year. In taking the old president's throne, the newly elected president presents a report about the state affairs, may it be on the economic, social, political state of the country, and unveils the government's agenda for the coming years and proposes to Congress legislative measures. The SONA is a constitutional obligation as enshrined in Article 7, Section 23 of the 1987 Constitution. The President shall address the Congress at the opening of its regular session. The SONA is held at the Batasang Pambansa Complex before a joint session of Congress. As prescribed in Article 6, Section 15 of the Constitution, which states that the Congress shall convene once every year on the fourth Monday of July for its regular session. President Marcos Jr.'s first SONA is considered as an introduction which sets the tone of his term. It exposes the most important and urgent issues as well as problems of the country. It provides an insight as to how the President thinks, speaks, deliberates state problems, offers solutions, responds to pressing issues, resonates with the struggles of the citizens, and plans to steer the country for the next 6 years he will be in power. Even his mannerisms, if any, will be scrutinized. President Marcos Jr. discussed the economic trajectory and said this:
"Our country must become an investment destination."
He starts by providing the administration's vision in responding to the problems caused by the pandemic. As a response, PBBM plans to implement a sound fiscal management. He promises that under his administration, there will be tax reforms to increase tax collection. They will improve their spending to immediately help people who are affected with COVID-19. He also aims to create laws such as Public Service Act and Foreign Investment Act to capitalize on the corporate recovery and tax incentives for enterprises. Tax systems will be adjusted in order to catch up with the rapid growth of the digital economy. He also highlights the importance of information and communications technology in streamlining the process of Bureau of Customs. Because of COVID-19, inflation has accelerated and prices of oil increased. Despite this, the administration affirms that the economic growth momentum remains firm as demonstrated by the 2022 first quarter GDP growth. Then after this, he discussed agricultural prospects and said,
"One of the main drivers of our push for growth and employment will be in the agricultural sector."
President Marcos Jr. reiterates the challenge with regard to food supply. To resolve this, he envisions an increase in agricultural production by giving farmers financial and technical support. He aims to strengthen the value chain that starts from farmers to consumers. He said that there are problems with agriculture because of the challenges brought about by climate change and global warming. The president promises the modernization of the sector through scientific means. He emphasizes the need for a new breed of farmers equipped with modern competencies. He plans to build a national network of farm-to-market roads. This would, according to him, enrich the sector and enable agrarian reform. He urges the Congress to pass a law that will lift the burden experienced by farmers and amend Executive Order 27/2013, which identifies unused land owned by the government suitable for agriculture. Such lands will be, he pledges, given to landless war veterans, retirees of the Armed Forces of the Philippines and Philippine National Police, and agriculture students.
To foster the Filipino brand is to spark our sense of pride and reaffirm our strong sense of identity.
President Marcos Jr. wants to boost tourism in the country. There is an abundance of opportunities that the sector creates and plans to boost projects that would improve it, from road improvements, airport upgrades, creation of more international airports, and others. He also plans to institutionalize the creative industry. combating many challenges including workplace conditions, working hours, intellectual property rights, and the welfare of freelancers who are left vulnerable during the height of the pandemic.
Wala na tayong gagawing lockdown.
Our country encounters several calamities and crises every year. PBBM has a clear plan for that. He promises an emergency shelter assistance program for the victims of calamities. As for COVID-19, he states that the country can no longer support another lockdown. He vows to ensure that the healthcare system has enough capacity, that there is continuous vaccine booster rollout, and that health protocols are aligned with present conditions. He plans, with the help of the Congress, to create the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, which would be the body task to create the challenges of the post-pandemic Philippines. Moreover, he promises to improve the welfare of doctors, nurses, and other medical frontliners.
For children to return to full face-to-face classes once again.
The administration defines its preparations for the implementation of physical classes in the upcoming school year. Schools are enjoined to follow health and safety protocols for teachers, students, and entire academic community. He also declared that there have been discussions on how effective of the K-12 system is. The president hopes to end the discrepancies following the controversial educational materials supplied to schools since the onset of distance learning. He encourages the development of Filipino employees' command of English language as the most appealing language for foreign employers and as the language of the internet. The president highlights the infusion of technology into almost every facet of our lives to radically transform the way business is done. He instructs the Department of Information and Communications Technology to transform the government to become into an agile bureaucracy that is responsive to the needs of the public. He also underscores the role of the national ID system. He also instructs the sector to deploy digital connectivity across the country through the National Broadband Plan and Broadband Para sa Masa project.
The backbone of an economy is its infrastructure.
President Marcos Jr. promises that the infrastructure program of the Duterte administration will not only continue but will be expanded. He also puts a prime of developments to create more jobs to people. He also pledges to develop different railway systems across the country. He argues that his orders to the Department of Transportation is simple, that is, full speed ahead.
We must build new power plants.
We have a huge problem in getting reliable sources of energy. The problem is that our demand for energy is bigger than our supply. The president calls for the expansion of energy sources. The administration must find ways to effectively take advantage of these alternatives, considering that the Malampaya power plant is expected to become depleted by early 2024. The administration is considering building nuclear power plants in the Philippines. If this would be pursued, the revival of nuclear power plant would mean a new era for the country's sources of energy.
I will not preside over any process that will abandon even 1 square inch of territory of the Republic of the Philippines to any foreign power.
The president holds exclusive authority to handle our international relations. He promises to continue a friendly relation to all foreign friends and visitors. He affirms that the Philippines will remain cooperative in establishing mutually beneficial outcomes with other countries. He claims to stand firm in our independent foreign policy with the national interest as our primordial guide. The president proposes some measures for the legislature's consideration in support of the country's foreign policy. These are National Government Right-Sizing Program, Budget Modernization Bill, Package Evaluation Reform Bill, Passive Income and Financial Intermediary, E-Government Act, Internet Transaction Act or E-Commerce Law, Government Financial Institution Unified Initiatives, Medical Reserve Corps, National Disease Prevention Management Authority, Virology Institute of the Philippines, Treatment of Water Resources, Unified System of Separation, Retirement and Pensions, National Land Use Act, National Defense Act, Mandatory Reserve Officers Training Corps, and National Service Training Programs, Enabling Law for the National Natural Gas Industry, Amendments to the Electric Power Industry Power Supply, Amendments to the Build, Operate, Transfer Law. The first SONA of any president provides a glimpse of what the people can expect based on the promises of social, political, and economic development. For the most part, PBBM's first SONA, like the previous SONAs before him, were indeed promising. It provided him an avenue to sell his leadership amongst all citizens, regardless of their political choices during the election period. His priorities may tell us a lot about the kind of leader he is and will be for the next 6 years. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this.